Shelley here. I saw these cool Metromix collages by the artist Erin Ashley, and I thought, I've got some old Our Iowa magazines that I'd like to try and see if I can do something similar. I pulled out this old 12 by 36 vinyl canvas and think it will work great for this project. I hope that you'll enjoy this video and that it will inspire you to break out your art supplies, go through your stash, and get creating. So let's get started. I've got my vinyl canvas coated with 2 coats of gesso. Never used one of these before, so I really want to make sure she's prepared as much as I can. I'm going through my Our Iowa magazine and I'm tearing out 4 piles here. Some text, some words, some colorful strips of backgrounds, and then some beautiful photos that they have. I don't know what I'm going to use, if I'm going to use, how I'm going to use. I've never done anything like this before, but in my mind's eye, looking at my, I'll put the artist name up here on Wayfair, where I first saw this. I just thought it was really cool, and I thought, I have the magazines, I should do something like this. My mother-in-law has been getting me, sending me this magazine from Iowa when I first married her son, and I lived out in California, and that's how I fell in love with Iowa, was through their family and this magazine. And finally talked my husband into moving back here around 2009, and we just absolutely love it. So I'm going to go through, continue to go through, find some different things that I may or may not want to use, and I'll speed things up because it's really boring watching me tear paper. If you've never done it before, I like to hold it between my left hand and my right hand, these fingers, and tear. That way I keep some control. Not that I'm trying to get real perfect, I'm just trying to keep it, you know, I want it to be rough. But that's how I do it. Okay. All right, we'll set these aside. We'll definitely have to go through those off camera and decide which ones of those we're going to use. We've got a few more colorful, a lot of green and yellow. That's how I would describe Iowa, a lot of green and yellow. Gosh, have I been doing all this off camera? Oh, brother. I need to look up every once in a while at my monitor and see what I'm actually doing. Would be helpful. I like all these pink flowers, these bright pink flowers. That gives me a nice pop of color. And I think there's enough for me to include them. All right, I think that is a good start. Go through all my words and decide kind of what I want to use, because I have way more than I realized I was going to have. So I'm just kind of going through. I know I've got all my strips with pink flowers, and I've got some sky, and then this is not, I'm not saying that this is how I'm doing it. I'm just trying to get an idea here. Do I have enough? All right, I'm getting overwhelmed by the amount of choices I have, so I'm going to stop there. I'm going to work with what I've got, and then I've got my pictures over here. I need to decide what I'm going to use. I like this guy, but it's just not bright enough. I love this guy. I love these, but they're just too doggone big. Ooh, I think that roller skate is fun. I think my cardinal is fun. I like my church. This doesn't very bright, but rooster. And these round barns are kind of groovy. So now I'm going to make my piles. I think we've got a good plan. I'm excited and nervous, so we'll see how it goes. Forgot to turn on my camera again. I do that every once in a while. I get going and what I'm doing, and I think I'm ready to go and everything's great, but it isn't. Sorry about that. Anyway, I kind of, as you could see, I started going and I put out my clouds first, kind of laid them out and filled in with the green. And yeah, just collaging and having fun. I'd really like to get some more blue in here in the background. And get some of this yellow in. Another bit of yellow in here, maybe. I hate to cover up my All right, I think we're ready to start sliding up. Okay, so we got our blue. Need a little bright green right in here. Sorry, I guess I better move up again, huh? I'm not worried that I've got some holes because I've got my words that I'm going to put on that will fill in some of the gaps, and then I'm painting. So we will have things covered in due time. How do we want to finish this up down here? What do we have left?
Now we definitely want to use these pretty yellow flowers, which could be just dandelions, I'm not sure. You're probably screaming at the camera, no, they're marigolds, or I don't know. And let's put these pretty pinks here. What else do we need? I feel like we need something right up at the top here in this area. Okay, now we have our 4 pictures here that we need to figure out where we want them. She just about ruined one of them with her stickiness. Oh, 5. So we've already got our roller skate one on there. Let's wait on these and do our, take a look at our words first. So where do we want our Iowa? Down here at the bottom? On the side? I think down the bottom. I kind of like the bottom. It's kind of predictable, but I kind of dig it down here. Okay, any others that we really need? I really like the words on here. Now, where are we going to put our pictures? Okay, I'm loving it so far. I think it's pretty cool. I'm super excited about it. I've got to do my edges. I need to do my edges. Now we'll let it dry. I think what I'm going to do is take a little bit of my bright blue and see if I can get it a little bit closer. To what I've got in my magazine pages. Adding a little bit of white. I think I need just a spot of cobalt. But I feel like now I want to gray it just a little bit. So I'm put a little bit of my dark gray in there. And this one's more cobalt here, but this one is really close to these others. So I may put a little more cobalt in before I go around this one. We'll start there though. All right, I need to start off by cleaning up some of these edges. All right, so I think what I want to do is start with my dark yellow. And just go around and finish off this edge first. Just to kind of see how the paint's going to react and what kind of a look I get. I wish it was a little darker. So I'm going to mix a little red. I got my barn red instead of my regular red. That's really dark. That's orange now. Closer, but I want to make sure I've got enough too, because I probably get I think I'm going to use a lot of the yellow. Just going to let the colors of the collage kind of guide me. Not really thinking about it too much. Just going with the flow. There's an edge I didn't tear there. Is that all of my yellow now? For now. I think next we should do our green. I'm not filling in all my text spots yet because I'm just not sure what I want to do with those yet. So I figured if I get all my main colors in first, my green and yellow and blue, and then I'll have a better, I think I'll have a better idea of what I want to do with the rest of it. Another straight edge I didn't catch. Maybe if I carry the blue out, it'll make it less so. We'll see. I decided to go in with this blue and see if I can tone down this original blue here and bring it all together with my other blues maybe. Whenever I smush, I try to smush away from the other colors. Doesn't always work out in my favor, but that's what I'm trying to do. Still a little bit more cobalty, but it's definitely better, in my opinion. Ties the blues a little better. I was thinking I was bluing up the water, but now I look, it's upside down. It's actually the sky. Yes, I didn't do water, I did sky. Careful with my smushing, I'm getting it everywhere. All right, so I think what I want to do, get it wet first. Yes. We'll just go through and put it a few places and see what we think. I like it, but now I'm thinking maybe we need a little bit of that red in there. Better let that dry before I go in and try to do that. Should have done that first. Actually, I think I better take a break and take the dog out before I finish. That'll give this time to dry. This is very forgiving on these edges when you've got them torn like this. So that makes it extra fun in my book. All right, now it's very colorful. Got this guy to do. There's another one I missed. All right, I think that's all the spots. So I'm going to let this dry for a few minutes and contemplate what I'm going to do next. Okay, I've got an idea I want to try. Again, just trying to use up stuff in my stash. I've got a bunch of these Pearl X powders that I bought years ago. I've got more than this. And that I've used a few times here and there, but not very much. And I've got an idea that I want to try. But first of all, you know, all of these look like pearl, you know, like white, but they say they're different colors. So I want to do a test really quick to see what the heck these are. I'm hoping this Versamark pad still will work. It has been a long time since I've used it, but it is kind of tacky, so we're gonna try it really quick. I just want to do a quick I don't even know if I'm on the deal. All right, this one says it's interference blue. This says interference gold. Oh. Keep them in order here so I know what the heck. This one's pearl white. This one says pearl white also. 651, 651. Okay, those are the same thing. This is micro pearl. And this is macro pearl. Micro pearl and macro pearl. Need 60. Ooh, this is very glittery. That is definitely not what I want. Okay. So, I don't know if you can see that or not. The blue is definitely a no. I don't like the macro pearl or whatever the micro pearl is. Let's do that one again. Down here in a bigger spot. I want it to be really subtle. I think that's the one I want. Okay. Very nervous. I've got a stencil I think I want to use. Excuse me, I want to use a 12 by 12 because I want to do the application, pick this up, move it down, and go all the way down the canvas, I think. I don't know. Maybe it's not going to work. I don't know. So here's my idea. I bought this heavy duty clear wallpaper adhesive off of Amazon. I saw some people doing some stuff with it that I'm going to be doing coming up. But I was just thinking about it and I thought, I wonder if this would work. So we're gonna try it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to take a cup. And I'm thinking my idea will work because people are using this. They're mixing it with paint and doing stuff with it in their art. And so I'm thinking this should work. But if it doesn't, I will be very sad. But I haven't spent any money yet on this canvas. It is a canvas like that I already had. It is magazines I already had and paints I already had. So the only thing maybe it was my matte medium. But other than that, I mean, so if this doesn't turn out, then I'll be sad because I put a lot into this, obviously. But okay, so my idea is to take this paste and put some of this Pearl X powder in here. I'm not measuring. I don't know what I'm doing. Ooh. Maybe we should do that. It's old. I don't want to go crazy with it. if I have enough in here or not. I'm going to put a little more in because I want it, I don't want it to be too much. I just want it to be a little bit of something. Okay. Oh, I'm so nervous. Okay. So, I'm going to start up here. And normally I would not be so careful, but I really want to go, I want to be able to do the whole thing. Okay. What am I going to do? I'm going to get this done, and then I'm going to need to put it over here to clean it off somewhat before I go, moving it down so I don't make a mess. So I think I need my gloves on, and I need to be able to smush it off over here on something to get it dry enough to move down. So let's try my paper towel thing that I do with regular stencils. And I need my, make sure I'm pretty square here. The texture is very cool. Thinner than my modeling paste, but I don't know if it's going to go underneath my stencil and make a mess. I hope not. I don't want to put it on too thick. The smell is odd. It's not great. It's not horrible. Definitely doable. I don't love it, that's for sure. What? It's not overpowering, like I feel like I ought to have a window open. There's people wallpaper with it in their homes all the time, so I don't know if I've got any of those pearlescent powders in here at all. I cannot see a bit, but I'm hoping that it will dry and just give me just a little something. I don't want to take away from my background. I want you to be able to see everything underneath, but I just like a little something on top to finish it off. I have no idea how long it's going to take to dry. Maybe it's going to take 3 days and I'm going to not get this video out on time. I don't know. Okay, all my spots are covered. Nice thin coat. All right, here we go. Oh, I'm so nervous. Oh my gosh, that is so cool. Okay. So even if the Pearl X powders don't do anything, I still think it's really cool just with the translucent flowers on it. I don't know if you can see it or not, but I think it's kind of groovy. All right. Afraid to scrape off too much of this. I'm going to take my paint up. The paste. I think we need to do a little bit more here on the edges. All right, I think what I should do is carefully move this guy over here. And then I'm gonna go this way. And oh yeah. That's gonna be the problem, is getting that guy in between there. Okay, so we're not gonna be able to do that. We're just gonna have to continue down, and it's just gonna be weird. I could have gone back and fixed my stencil so I could have had that next piece all around, but I didn't. So I'm just gonna go with it. And keep going. Pieces. Not really sure why that happened. I don't remember what I paid for this at Amazon, but it was not expensive. And you can see how big the tub is, so I'm pretty sure this is the only one I will ever have to buy in my lifetime. It's not like those little, I bought a little thing of translucent paint from, or paste from Ranger as well. Try to, I don't know, I've just been thinking about translucent paste lately. I don't know why, I've never used it before or anything, but I just thought one night as I was lying in bed, I was thinking of doing stuff, and I thought, man, it would be really cool sometimes in some applications. I did not think this would be the application, but hoping that this is a neat discovery. I looked online to see if anybody had done this. I could not find anyone that had as of yet. Maybe there's a reason you're not supposed to. I don't know. Maybe I'm gonna find out the hard way that this was not the thing to do. It'll be the beginning of a really cool technique that I'll be doing many years to come. I don't know. But I mean, if this works, my goodness, we could put glitter in the paste. We could put, well, obviously they put paint in the paste. That's what I originally saw somebody do. I'm excited. Am I even in the camera? Oh, brother, Shelly. Again, I get so excited and then... Oh my gosh, sorry about that. I'm dealing with a huge canvas here, a long one. Not a huge necessarily, but definitely long. Okay. I will wipe that off and then wash that quickly because I have no idea what that will do to a stencil, but it's glue, it's paste, so I'm sure that it can't be good. I see some areas where it's a little higher in areas and lower in areas, but I think that's all right. I don't know. Like I said, we're about to find out. Something tells me it isn't going to be dry till at least tomorrow, so I'm going to find a place to put this up. I hope you can see it, but I will find some place to put this up high to let it dry. And then we'll come back and finish up. Okay, this time I swear it wasn't my fault. I started it, I looked up, I saw it recording, and it's not recording. Now I see as I'm all the way into this. Oh. So I'm sorry about that. Okay, so I came back. It's the next day. My paste is dry. It's very subtle. I'll show you again. Show you for the first time. But you can see it's very subtle on there. Had I put more of the Pearl X powders in, it would have really been different. I'm not going to say better because I like it how it is. It's a very subtle, a very frosted look, and I think that is cool. But then I got to thinking about it and I thought, what could we add on top? And I didn't want to go with paint. So I thought about like the rub and buff. And so I got out this old, where's the cap? I don't even know if they make this anymore. Artsy. Bought it long time ago in gold. I have 3 of these, one silver, one in gold, and I don't know what the other one is. But anyway, and I just took a soft brush and I'm going and picking out a few and just... I'm paranoid. I thought, is it still recording? Anyway, so now I'm going through and picking out a few flowers. I don't want it to be the entire canvas. I just want to put a few here and there. I don't know, sometimes I can make a video, that I don't lose any of the recordings, and then other ones I seem to have, I don't know if it's because I'm deep in thought or some kind of a glitch with the camera and I just don't notice that it stopped. I don't know. It's very frustrating to me though. Seems like it's either that or sound issues. Seems like there's always... I always wonder if other people who record have these issues, or is it just Shelley? Okay, so we've got this one, that one, this one. I'd like to do 2 more, maybe right in here, above the Iowa. Where is my flower here? Oh, here it is. Okay, here's the... Yeah, I think we're going to do this one. Yeah, I'm just going to go for it. Such big decisions. I don't want it to be too opaque. I just want to be just a little something. Just a pleasant surprise. Not a in your face, look at me. Just going back in now and smushing with my finger a little bit. I don't know if that's necessary, but I do have a little gold on my finger. I've always applied this stuff with my fingers. I've never used a brush before, so. Oh, that paste is fun, and I just can't wait to do it again. Do something with the paste. My mind's really going nuts now, thinking about different applications or how I can use it. This one, these down here, I've got more paste on. I think I'm going to, I started out very carefully because I don't know what I'm doing. So I think I'm going to go back in and darken a few of these up. If I would have added enough, added a lot more Pearl-Ex to the paste, and that would have done the job for me. It wouldn't have been as random as these are now, but definitely something to think about in the future. This canvas was a lot of fun, and I'm really excited for the way it turned out. I'm excited about the paste and future applications of it. And hey, thanks for joining me today. I hope you'll try something like this, and it'd be awesome if you'd join me in my next video. Thanks so much. Bye for now.